Have you ever wondered what it takes to stand up against the most powerful government in the world? To risk your career, your reputation, even your safety, just to tell the truth. This is the story of Seymour Hersh, one of America's most fearless investigative journalists, a man whose pen shook nations and whose words continue to challenge the very foundations of power. Seymour Hersh was not born into privilege. He was the son of struggling Jewish immigrants in Chicago, working long hours in his family's dry cleaning shop. Growing up in poverty, Hersh quickly learned two things: the value of hard work and the high price of silence. He started as a copy boy at a newspaper, often ignored, but he watched carefully, listening to how stories were told, and more importantly, how stories were hidden. This background shaped him, not just as a reporter, but as a fighter for truth. In 1969, at the height of the Vietnam War, Hersh uncovered one of the most shocking events in American military history, the My Lai massacre. Hundreds of unarmed Vietnamese civilians, men, women, and children were slaughtered by U.S. soldiers. The government tried to bury the story, but Hersh, working alone and without a major newspaper backing him, refused to stay silent. His relentless reporting exposed the truth, shook the nation's conscience, and earned him the Pulitzer Prize. Overnight, Seymour Hersh became a household name. But more importantly, he became a threat to those who wanted darkness to remain unchallenged. Hersh didn't stop after My Lai. He went after some of the most guarded secrets of U.S. power. He investigated illegal surveillance by the CIA, covert operations that violated international law, and scandals hidden deep within the Pentagon. Then came revelations about Israel's nuclear program, something world leaders avoided discussing publicly. Hersh had a pattern. Wherever governments drew a curtain, he pulled it back. His reporting wasn't about ideology, it was about accountability. And with every story, his enemies grew stronger and closer. The Iraq War and Abu Ghraib. Decades later, during the Iraq War, Hersh once again forced America to confront an ugly truth. He revealed the abuses at Abu Ghraib prison, gruesome photos of torture, humiliation, and violence carried out by U.S. personnel. The images shocked the world, tarnished America's reputation, and showed the cost of unchecked military power. Critics called him unpatriotic. Officials tried to discredit him. But Hersh knew that journalism is not about pleasing power, it is about challenging it. The human side of Hersh. Behind the headlines, Hersh is still a man of flesh and blood. A father, a grandfather, someone who laughs with friends and argues fiercely with editors. But what makes him extraordinary is his refusal to rest. Even at 88 years old, when most people fade into quiet retirement, Hersh continues to write, to investigate, to speak out. He has lived a life where comfort was sacrificed for principle, and where telling the truth always came before staying safe. Now, Academy Award-winning director Laura Poitras brings his story to the screen in Cover Up. The documentary blends Hersh's memoirs with decades of archival footage, interviews, and newly unearthed files. It doesn't just celebrate his past, it warns us about our present. In an era where misinformation spreads faster than facts and where journalists face unprecedented threats, Hersh's legacy is a reminder of what real journalism looks like: courage, accountability, and sacrifice. Today, Hersh forces us to ask ourselves a painful question. Do we truly want the truth, or do we prefer the comfort of lies? His story is not just about one man. It is about all of us, about the society we choose to build and the future we want to defend. Because when truth is silenced, democracy itself begins to die. This is why Seymour Hersh matters. And this is why Cover Up is more than just a film. It is a wake-up call. Stay with us for more stories that matter.